Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight we're going to be reacting to all of this stuff that's going on between ClarenceNYC and his ex, Leslie Ines, or whatever the hell, however you say her name. So just to break things down, and before I break things down, I want you guys to let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know where you are watching from. We're about to get into this. I'm going to just do a live reaction and tell you guys my thoughts on the situation as I watch it. But it's just like somebody in my chat said, it's just the audacity for me. Okay? It's just the audacity for me, baby. I was just looking like, wait, what? Like, it's just crazy. So let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Neek, what's the wait. Neek, what's the expectations for the mods? We blocking foolishness, or we gonna let it slide? Now, we blocking foolishness. We blocking stands. Listen. Over here, we don't do standing. We don't do idol worship. We don't do couples goals and idling people and their relationships. I'm going to give my opinion, and we're not going to do the crazy. So if the crazy stands come in the chat, block their ass and get them up out of here, and that's on period. Now, I'm going to be sipping from my cup that's going to be available on my website. Y'all can't really see what's happening here because of the green screen, but it changes. It lights up, and you can't really see it that well. Hold up. Can't really see it that good because my green screen is taking the color out. But anyways, these will be available on my site really soon. So I'm going to just be sipping and chatting and talking. So just to break things down, basically there is, I guess, somebody made a book claiming that they were ClarenceNYC's ex. Now, before Clarence got with Queen, he was with a girl named Leslie, and there was somebody who made a book claiming and alleging that they were giving accounts of what happened between Clarence and her and the Queen little entanglement, which I guess it happens to be that the book was false. It was fake. So then there was different bloggers who started to react to the book. There was people who were like, you know, they felt like the book was true. And there was like, I guess there's one particular blogger that seems to be like obsessed with Clarence and Queen. And people think that that woman is the one who wrote the book. And so she made a video like trying to talk in third person, like as if Clarence's ex made the book. She's reacting to it on her channel. So then Clarence comes forward and he decides to react to it on his channel. He's like, listen, if you're going to make money off of this, I'm going to make money off of it too. I'm going to get the biggest bag out of everybody. You're going to make money. We're going to make money. We all going to make money, but I'm going to make the most money, yada, yada, yada. That's what he said. Basically, he said, if y'all going to be making a book and you're going to be making these videos, I'm going to make the videos too, and I'm going to react on it too, and I'm going to make the most money out of everybody who is making videos. Okay. And so, I'm like, okay, whatever, it's people are saying incorrect things about you. You have a right to defend yourself. Like, you have a right to say, stop, that's false. Because, I feel like people do have a right to defend themselves because people go too far sometimes. Like, there's a lot of people who take certain stuff too far when they just be making up stuff, making up lies. And I do not think that lies should slide at all. I don't think that people should get away with just making up lies on people, no matter how I feel about the person. I don't think that it's cool to just make up lies about people. So for him to come forward and say, listen, y'all gonna make these lies and I'm gonna give y'all my truth, I was like, all right, cool, nothing wrong with that. Like, if they're telling incorrect information and you're like, no, this is a lie, and you want to tell the truth about what happened, then I don't see a problem with that. So he did that. He did several videos where he was reacting to it. So I'm sure his ex seen that he talking about, if y'all gonna make a bag, I'm gonna make a bag, and I'm gonna make the biggest bag. I'm sure his ex seen him saying stuff, and he said some of her personal business while he was trying to defend himself. He told her personal and disclosed her personal business. She decided to say, okay, well, now I'm gonna react to it, which I feel like she has every right to do as well. The information is about her. If it's any false information being put out about you, you have the right to say, listen, this is what's going around. People are alleging that it's me. This is not me, but here's what the true facts are, because that's exactly what Clarence did. Clarence basically said, listen, this is not what happened. This is the true facts. And he gave her personal business and he dished on things that was going on in their relationship. So when she came forward, he seemed to have a big problem with that. He seemed to be very angry that she had the audacity to speak on a situation that happened between them. And I'm just like, you just bragged about making a most bag on it. You just bragged about, how if they can make a video, you can make a video too. And then now you're mad at her for making a video, and now you're trying to shit on her. And then you're trying to mask it with showing love to Queen. See, a lot of Queen fans overlooked him, what he did, because he said some gushy stuff about Queen. So everybody is so stuck on oh my God, he said some nice fluffy things about Queen, when in actuality, he just tried to take a moment to shit on his ex after he spoke on her first. It's just the audacity for me, and I don't get it. But we're gonna watch some of this together. Like I said, we don't do standing over here. We don't do idol worshiping over here. We call out the BS for BS, and that's just what it is. Now, like I said, he had a right to defend himself, but the way he tried to shit on that girl, even if her perception, because let's be real. Sometimes we can perceive things a little bit differently than reality, because it's us in it, it's our feelings, us dealing in it. We could probably see things differently than, how another person perceives them. But this was pretty much a moment for him to totally shit on his ex, because she spoke out about a situation that he spoke out about as well to defend himself. Like, why couldn't she defend herself just like you did? I don't get that. But because he praised Queen, people, they wrote it off as, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, he said something nice about Queen, oh my God. And I'm just like, really? Anyways, so we're going to watch some of these videos. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to watch some of these videos together. We're going to see what he said. Then we're going to see what she said. And we're just going to go back and forth. I don't know how long this live is going to be, but we're going to watch it. And then I'm going to allow you guys to come in and speak on it as well. I be seeing a lot of women too, like, really going for bat to defend Clarence, and I'm like, a lot of it be like dark-skinned women, and I'm like, you know, Queen gets a lot of flack for like the whole colorist thing, but the true colorist really is Clarence. Like, he really don't give a F about y'all. So the way that y'all be going to bat for him, especially some of the bloggers, I be like, girl, he don't even like you. Like, and he don't even like your kind. Like, did y'all forget the tweets that he made about people? Like, y'all don't even go here. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. But you know, let's look at some of this video.
Let me break some down to you. I've probably already made, I think I've already made about $1,500 off of that vid. By the end of the day, I'll probably be at 2 bands. By the end of the month, I'll probably be at like 3,500 if I'm not, you know what I'm saying, if I had to calculate it. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to break it down that like, we get into the bag too. You know what I'm saying? If niggas want to make books, you feel me? Like, I'm gonna react to the books too. Then send me the parts.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm doing a video. What's up? You good?
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna tell you something. I'll tell you later.
All right, so I'm about to start this video right now. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what happened. What the hell?
Let's get right into it. So this is the author. This is the author of the book. And basically,
this is how you order all this delivery food for cheap.
Okay, so we're just gonna pause it there. So, okay, so as you guys see so far while the ad is playing, he's saying basically, you know, if they're gonna make money off of the book, I'm gonna make money off of it, but I'm gonna get the most money off of it. I'm gonna react to all of it, and we're gonna just run the bag up. So his ex, I feel like, did the same thing. So I don't understand why that was a problem for her to do the same thing that you're doing, and then for you to try to shit on her in the way that you did. I feel like that was wrong, in my opinion. So let's bring it back up.
Kind of reacting to, you know, the video I did, I guess. So let's get right into it.
Clarissa, you just proved to me that everything in this book is correct and accurate. By you doing this reaction, by you putting out false claims that I wrote the book.
You wrote the book.
There are several people on YouTube that are reacting to this book right now. Miss Bars, she has a whole read along. She has I think it's at 8 p.m. She has a read along.
Send me that YouTube channel. We can react to that too, for real.
You're not reacting to her.
We just get to the back crazy. I just give
Diamond Dynasty just posted a video reacting to the Birkin that Queen bought her that you presented to her at her party that you didn't buy, but Queen bought herself.
She said she reacted to the Birkin that you bought for her, that Queen bought for herself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she's saying. Like little birds fly around and I don't know.
She just said that I'm going to react to the book that Leslie, Clarence's ex, wrote. Diamond said that out her mouth. She said that Leslie wrote the book.
Yeah, let me see.
You're not reacting to her. You have people saying that I wrote the book, 10K Squad wrote the book.
Okay, so I'm going to fast forward through this a little bit. So basically in him reacting to this, there was a part in the book that said that, I guess, that the girl, Leslie, his ex, got an abortion. So they were alleging that Leslie got an abortion, and Clarence comes forward and he spills on her medical business, and he says, like, that's not even true. Like, she can't even, you know, there's a medical problem. Basically, he said, like, she can't even have kids. So, you know, this stuff on the video, on the this part of the book isn't true. That's how I know, like, it's fake, whatever. So he spilled her medical business. Let me try to get to that part because I'm not gonna watch this whole thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you don't see me talking a certain way to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you need help. But to say that I aborted, I've never aborted any, like, this is my first ever pregnancy. You feel me? I've never had a scare or anything with my ex. Actually, there is a health concern or a health issue that didn't even allow that to happen. with my ex. And for you not to be mindful of that or even think of that and try to say things like that, that's why there's certain things you're saying why I can't pay attention to this. And I can't even, like, there's no way she wrote this. You feel me? There's certain things you're saying that's just not adding up. That can't happen.
Okay. So that is him speaking on his ex personal business. And he was saying, you know, she got a medical reason why she couldn't even been pregnant in the first place. Basically, like, she can't even have kids in the first place. So the ex came forward and she wanted to pretty much respond to what was being said. And she didn't really appreciate Clarence coming and telling her medical business and telling her personal business, because she felt like that was something for her to disclose if she ever wanted to. She also felt like, listen, I'm not even speaking on y'all, so for you to be speaking on me, like, you know, she really wasn't feeling it. So here is the true facts. So then she came forward to give her facts of how she felt about the matter. So I'm going to play her video and then we're going to go into more.
Scared of things now, like you can't move, like I shouldn't have went back. Okay, went through a share of things. Service for kids. So that is false. My upbringing wasn't too bad. God had me. I had God with me. Like, he was guiding me all my life. And I was raised with a beautiful family. And I didn't have any suffering or anything like that, besides the little heartbreaks. But yeah.
Saying, like, I don't know where to begin, you know, should she start where, you know, at the point where, you know, her man, the love of her life, left her for another woman because he wanted to be rich, or should she start at the point where, you know, the love of her life convinced her to, you know, have an abortion just for a
maybe I should have stopped it a little bit before. But me and Clarence been together for 5 years, and you could only imagine in 5 years what a relationship goes through. No relationship is perfect. Me and him went through a share of things. I have suffered. I've forgiven him. We got back together a few times, and no one knows till you actually experience this for yourself. But when you are in a relationship and you love somebody, you forgive them and you want to try to work it out. And of course, that's what I did, because I loved him. I thought that was the man of my dreams and the man I was going to marry and have children with. So although I knew at times it wasn't right, or I'm not going to say it wasn't right, but I shouldn't have went back. I still did. I gave him another chance. And yeah, we try to make it work. But you'd never know that once you lose trust and once you go down this dark path, things aren't the same. Different things happen in a relationship. Like you start acting differently around the person. Your mind is already like tormented with so many things. So you're just scared of things now. Like you can't move like calm. You can't be free. You can't let him be free. You know what I'm saying? So you like kind of, it changes you a little bit in the relationship. You become like a little probably possessive. I don't know. You don't trust. You have insecurities now. And that's the inevitable. Like,
okay, so I'm gonna pause her right there, because she, to me, sounds like she's taking accountability. She said, I started to not trust him. I started to be possessive. I started to be possessive over him. I had insecurities. She's taking accountability for her wrongs in the relationship. She states how she was possessive. She had insecurities. She was doing things that was not okay. So I just want to note that part of her saying that, because when I show you guys his clap back, he tried to clap back and shit on her like she didn't take accountability for the wrongs that she had in the relationship. She clearly states that some of the stuff I did maybe was overboard. I was possessive. I was insecure. I developed insecurities. she says those things in this video. So I just want to note that for when I show his part, when he tries to shit on her and when he tries to claim that, oh, you're trying to be the victim and, oh, you know, you wasn't right. You was doing X, Y, and Z. I'm like, she didn't try to make it seem like she was perfect. She didn't try to make it seem like she was perfect in the relationship. She didn't try to make it seem like she was at zero fault and that you were the only one that was wrong. She didn't try to make it seem like any of the things that you tried to shit on her and make it seem like, you know, like, and I really just want y'all to note that. I'm going to bring that back just a little bit. And then after this, after she says this, she's going to go into the bit about the whole abortion. She's going to talk about how, you know, she didn't really appreciate the whole abortion thing being brought up or whatever in the way that he brought it up. But I just want to bring that back because I'm going to show you then what he said. And I was just like, I don't know. I was like, what? Like, I don't know. But let me bring it back.
Like tormented with so many things. So you just path. Things aren't the same. Different things happen in a relationship. Like, you start acting differently around the person. Your mind is already like tormented with so many things. So you're just scared of things now. Like you can't move like calm. You can't be free. You can't let him be free. You know what I'm saying? So you like kind of, it changes you a little bit in the relationship. You become like a little probably possessive. I don't know. You don't trust. You have insecurities now. And that's the inevitable. Like any woman would feel that way when they're going through something in a relationship. So moving forward to her saying that I had an abortion, me and Clarence never had a scare. Like I've never gotten pregnant, and for reasons, it's not that easy. But that's all I'm gonna say to that. Yeah. I feel like, as a matter of fact, let me just address this because I'm a little upset. I didn't watch Clarence's second reaction, but a few people told me that he spoke about me having health issues and I couldn't have a baby, something along those lines. I tried watching the second reaction that he did, and I was catching a little bit of anxiety because when someone told me about the whole thing that he spread my personal business, I was like, why would he do that? Why would he even say anything about me having health problems? Like the condition that I have is so serious and so sensitive to me, and he knows that. Anybody, like, I couldn't believe it was so carelessly said too. Like, I don't know. I feel like it was unnecessary to say. There's just certain things that you keep private. You don't share my business to the world. You don't tell people that I have health problems. When I've been, I don't want to say I've been depressed about it, but the thought is haunting that it's hard for me to have. I'm not going to say that I can't have. It's hard for me to have. So he didn't have the right. He didn't have the right to talk about that, or he didn't talk about it, but I heard he mentioned it. He didn't have a right to mention it at all. I'm disappointed that he did that because in 3 years that I haven't said anything about him, I respected their relationship. I expected him to respect me as a human. I've been quiet. I haven't said anything, but you're talking about my health problems and my issues with having a baby. Not called for. I didn't appreciate that at all. That's not cool. But yeah, I don't want to get emotional about it because I already did. Behind closed doors, I try my best not to put my business out there. I've never been that way, so let's move forward.
Okay. So she starts to react to more of this book. And I seen somebody in the comments who just said, like, where did she come from? You missed the beginning of this live. Basically what happened was there's somebody who made a book and they tried to allege that it was her. And Clarence started reacting to the book and he said that he gonna make the money and he gonna react to the book and he gonna tell the true facts about what actually happened. He started putting out her business. She didn't appreciate some of the stuff that he put out as it pertains to her business, as she has not put out anything that was his business because she was not the one who wrote the book. And so therefore, she decided to make videos to give her side of the story. Since everybody is trying to speak for her, she has every right to give her side of the story and tell her side of the events. If a person is making a fake book and Clarence is able to defend himself, she is not clout chasing because she decides to defend herself. Why is it okay for Clarence to defend himself but her not to be able to defend herself? Make that make sense. Y'all be taking this idol worship, these couple goal worships too far. This girl is well within her right to defend herself, just as well as Clarence is within his right to defend himself. He has every right. If somebody says something that's not true, he has every right to defend himself. He does. And so does she. So to call her a clout chaser, to try to say that she's trying to get clout for defending herself the same way that he's doing, just because he has more subscribers, he's the only one that could defend himself. She's a part of this story too. She's a part of these made up lies too. So to try to paint her as a clout chaser, that just don't sit right with me. I don't like y'all be taking this idol worship stuff too far. Y'all be doing too much for these people who don't give a damn about you. And especially if you're dark skinned, because Clarence really, and especially if you're dark skinned with blonde hair, because Clarence been clocked that one. He said dark skinned women with blonde hair look a mess. He also said something about dark skinned women who wear red lipstick. Oh, I got it all on a video that I did 3 years ago. The video got 1 million views. So you look a damn fool defending him because he has the right to defend himself, and so does she. Anyways, so let me play some more. I guess I don't know the timestamps. I don't want to play the whole thing, but I guess somewhere in her video she said that Clarence and her used to watch Chris and Queen. And then I'm guessing somewhere in her video, she made a statement where she said something about he tried to come up. I don't know. I don't want to misquote because I didn't see that part yet. I guess she said something along the lines of he used Queen for money or tried to come up off Queen no. She said that he told her that it was supposed to be a business arrangement, and she said that she was still with him, and then turned to find out that they was really messing around with each other, and she felt some type of way about that, as anybody would. If you dealing with a man for 5 years, y'all together, you dealing with him, he ain't got no money, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all both probably ain't really got that much money because y'all young. Y'all both trying to find your footing. You in the basement of his mama basement with him, you know, thugging it out with him for 5 years. Y'all going on and off, back and forth like a lot of young couples do. You going back and forth with your man, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all probably on what you think is a typical break for you guys. And he tells you, oh, no, I'm just doing business with her. You thinking, okay, well, you know, it's just business. They just doing business. And next thing you know, a month later, the girl is pregnant. Because let's be real, Queen was pregnant very fast. So you would feel some type of way too. So the people on, like, under her comments trying to act like she don't have a right to feel a way. She has a right to feel some type of way. She has some type of right to look at that situation and be like, damn, like you dropped me because she had more clout and you was trying to get clout. Period. You was trying to get famous. You was trying to get clout. You was trying to get money. And you ditched me to be with her. And a month later, she was pregnant. Any of you guys who would be in that situation would feel some type of way. You would feel some type of way if you in it with a dude, he ain't got nothing. You in his mama basement, y'all thugging it out for 5 years, and then he drop you like a hot potato because the next female got more clout. You would feel some type of way too. So for y'all to, you know, be coming down on her and trying to drag her because she's speaking out and y'all be trying to act, I just don't like how y'all, if you gonna stand somebody, that's cool. You could like who you like, but be real here. Okay, be real. Like if this was y'all situation, you would feel away. Let's be real. But because you like Queen, you try to act like, oh, somebody, like, no, she has the right to feel some type of way. So anyways, we're going to fast forward to his video. So he came forward and he didn't appreciate her speaking on him. He didn't appreciate her defending herself, and he feels as though some of the things she said was inaccurate. So he breaks down and he says that when he first started talking to Queen, it was business. She was contacting him because she thought he was cute, and he was her crush, and he liked her. I mean, she liked him or whatever, all while she was still married in a relationship with Chris. She was married, contacting Clarence, and she was flirting with him, and she was telling him, like, you know, oh, what you do? Like, oh, you know, I see you everywhere. You know, you out and about with what. And then, according to him, he's like, I'm just keeping it business. I'm trying to get my products placed. I'm trying to send her merch. I'm just trying to do business. So then then he claps back at his ex for saying that he kind of, and again, I don't know exactly what she said, but it had to be something along the lines of he used Queen for money or clout or something. And then he tries to claim that everything was a business move, except for that. Everything he was strategic about, everything he did, he only did it for business. I was trying to send her merch for business. I was trying to collab for business. But then when it comes to the relationship, oh, that wasn't business. Now, they've been together 3 years. They have a child together. So I do not think that how he felt in the beginning, I feel like by now, obviously, he has developed feelings for her. I think that he does love Queen. There's a lot of people who feel like he doesn't love Queen and he's totally like just using her. I don't think that he's totally just using her. I feel like their relationship is mutually beneficial, but it started out as a business arrangement. It started out as a way for you to come up. Now, where the relationship is now, right now, I don't think that he just with her for clout because he got clout. And if that was the case, he could have just been left and did him. So I do not think that that's the case now, but I think that that was in fact the case. Then you pretty much admit to it, but then you try not to admit to it. And then, but you want to shit on your ex. So you wanted to use that situation to try to shit on her. You admit everything else is a business arrangement. Oh, I'm just trying to send her merch. Oh, I'm just trying to do this. Oh, I'm just trying to link. But then like, no, like it started out as a business arrangement. She proposed how much money you could make. You say, he also said that she brought him a camera. So Queen, he was like, I like Queen because she invested in me. She brought me a camera. She made an investment in me. She did all this. So yeah, you seen what the fruits could come, like you seen what could be fruitful from the situation. And again, that's not to say that you don't love Queen now, but keep it real, my nigga. You got with her because of the potential of what it could take you and where it could take you. Okay? And I just didn't like how he tried to shit on his ex and not keep that shit real. Because if it was, I would have been real, like, listen, it did start out like that, but I love her. This is you know who I love. I fell in love with her personality because Queen has a nice personality. She has a goofy personality. You know, she seems very bubbly. She seems like, you know, she may have, you know, a magnetic personality to where, you know, maybe if you probably don't really care for it at first, like you end up really liking that person. So I would have respected him more if he would have kept that shit real. If he would have kept it real and he would have been like, you know, maybe in the beginning, I wasn't really feeling her like that. But as I grown to spend time with her, I developed feelings for her. And at this point, that's the mother of my child. That's who I got love for. I appreciate what she did for me. I appreciate her getting me up out the basement. Like, I would have respected that a little bit more than how he tried to flip it to shit on his ex. I just would have respected him to be real, because that what he did was nah.
When I'm doing certain things, you know what I'm saying? I feel like me being nice and me being quiet sometimes can be like taken wrong. You know what I'm saying? I think, and people could try to take advantage of it. Basically, I'm not about to react to a video. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's worth me reacting to, saying, but I'm about to make my own video. And I watched the videos and I made basically my points right here. You know what I'm saying? So if you see me looking down, it's because I watched both videos, and every time I thought something was a little off or I didn't agree with it, I wrote it down and I took note of it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure I touch on everything. You know what I'm saying? First thing in the video, you said, well, my ex said she shouldn't have taken me back and gave me second chance. Before we even get into that, I really don't like when people get on here and try to play victim. Don't play victim. You feel me? If we're going to keep it a buck and we're going to make videos saying the truth and the side, then tell all of it. Not just my wrongdoing. Because you up there trying to look like a saint. You feel me? And I really didn't appreciate that. You said you shouldn't have taken me back and gave me second chances. I felt like in that time of my life where I was with you, I felt like we was both wrong. Not wrong, but we was both young. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like we've taken each other back on several occasions. Not just you take me back. Don't make it seem like I'm out here doing wild shit and you taking me back, putting up. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Be truthful when you speak. Be truthful when you speak about me. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I guarantee you, not until this day, and probably until this day, you've probably been looking for someone just like me, because I'm a good nigga. And that's.
All right, so people said, can they call in? Yeah, you can call in. Hold up. Somebody said if I go all the way to the end of the video, these ads won't play, because we is not about to do these ads, baby. We is not about to do these ads. Hold on, let me go to the end of the video and then come back to the beginning. So somebody asked if I was going to allow you guys to call in. Yes, I am going to allow call-ins. I just wanted to break everything down first. But there is the StreamYard link if you guys want to call in. I'm not arguing with y'all, though. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. I am not about to argue with y'all about motherfuckers who ain't going to argue for you. Okay? Now, we can talk about it. We can discuss it. But we're not doing no arguments, because these people would not give a damn about you and would not spend a minute defending you on no type of level. So, we just not going to do that. But I will allow call-ins. Hold up. I'm trying to go to the end so that we can come back and not do these ads, because we're not about to do this. We're not about to do these ads. I'm eating my grapes, y'all. The green screen is taking out the green. But give me a second. I'm trying to go to the end and come back. But while I'm doing that, if a couple of y'all want to chime in while I'm trying to get these ads up off of here, click the link. So click the link in the StreamYard. You don't have to show your face. All you have to do is click the link. You could turn your camera off. You could tell your opinion. And then we're going to go into what exactly he said, like that. So let me see if any of you guys clicked on. Let me know what y'all think in the meantime, because I got to, okay, so what does she do? Okay, so replay. Okay, so once we hit replay, all right. Hey, how are you? I can't, your mic is mute. It's mute.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
But I'm an OG. And girl, your hair is the bomb.com. But let me
Thank
say
you.
this. My daughter, she's like 21. So I was watching, while she was in high school. So I kind of watched their little YouTube shows with her, like if I be cooking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this dude right here, like Queen got to be careful with a dude that kind of like have a dissertation of things that happen in your relationship. Cause I look at it like this, how he's saying, oh, she was more so work related. My thing is guys like this it's guys like this in the hood all the time. They kind of get with a winner, like a female that's strong minded. It don't necessarily have to just be like in the industry, just a strong minded girl, have a good job, go to school, this type of that type of female. He goes for those type of females, right? But the thing with him, he will do that to Queen in the future. If it's a new upcoming celebrity, he's attractive. He go with attractive type of females. If he feels like he can like date another girl, and he will analyze and go on their relationship the same way he did her. Like she probably was a backbone. She probably was working, staying with the mama, trying to make it on out the house for them to get the house together. They might have had some breakups and makeups, but all along it was a business plot. And he will be like a female that will get a baby by somebody he think a winner. And at the end of the day, Queen will be like kind of washed away a little bit. It could be somebody on the scene, and he will be like a female that'll hop and hop and hop to the biggest thing because he want to be big. But that's my opinion. But y'all
Okay.
carry on. All right.
All
Bye.
right. Thanks for chiming in.
All right.
All right. All right. So let me go to his video and see some of what he says, and then I'm gonna take more calls in. Let's see what he got to say.
Then tell all of it, not just my wrongdoing, because you up there trying to look like a saint. You feel me? And I really didn't appreciate that. You said you shouldn't have taken me back and gave me second chances. I felt like in that time in my life where I was with you, I felt like we was both wrong. Not wrong, but we was both young. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like we've taken each other back on several occasions. Not just you take me back. Don't make it seem like I'm out here doing wild shit and you taking me back, putting up. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Be truthful when you speak. Be truthful when you speak about me. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I guarantee you, not until this day, and probably until this day, you've probably been looking for someone just like me. Because I'm a good nigga, and that's period. You feel me? I'm a good nigga. I'm a genuine hearted nigga. I was raised by a good mom, a good strong mom that instilled very, you know what I'm saying, like good qualities into me. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm a good nigga. Everybody that has met me has said, can vouch for that I'm a good nigga. Genuine, you know what I'm saying? I got a good head on my shoulders. Like I'm smart. I'm a hustler. You know what I'm saying? I could get to it. Like just put some respect on my name when you talk about me. You know what I'm saying? And just keep it a buck. Cause I'm about to keep it a buck, even if it make me look bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a buck all the time. And you say you shouldn't have taken me back and gave me second chances. I just feel like that goes both ways. I'm not gonna get into that. Because again, I'm not here to get into I'm about to be 27 years old. Not about to get into that. I'm not about to get into like this beef with my ex, and I'm in a happy relationship and I have a family. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And so he's saying, like, I don't want to be in a beef with her, and then continues to shit on the girl for the sake of, like, what? I mean, I just don't get it. Like, I don't want to get a beef with my ex because I'm in a happy place, but I'm about to shit on her and let me go in. That's basically what he's saying. Like, I'm about to shit on her, but let me go in. Like, I was just like, what? But let's watch a little bit more, and then I'm going to take some of y'all calls.
And so I'm not even about to get in that, but that goes both ways. I feel like I've taken her back and she has taken me back on several occasions. But I feel like we were very young. You know what I'm saying? But that's to each his own. I really don't care. And I'm not gonna lie, being in a relationship with my ex has even brought, like, I've had to outgrow certain things. I've had to learn to stop doing certain things, like arguing. Do you get what I'm saying? When like just I was so used to arguing. It's like I used to think there was something wrong if we why is me and Queen not arguing? Like, why are we not arguing? I used to tell Queen, like, is it that you don't care? Like, it's not, nah. It's just like we just grown about it. Like, nigga, life. Like, we living good. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no point to be arguing and shit. Like, arguing is just pointless. And I hate arguing, but I was just so used to it. It was just, it was just crazy. Just always something, you feel me? Like, I just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? That's something I'm still learning. Just, Queen is teaching me to, like.
Y'all told me the ads was gonna go away if I did the damn go to the front and come back. Now the damn ads are still on there, but so we're gonna take a break. I guess we're just gonna take a break when the ads come, And he's saying Leslie and him used to argue all the time. Sorry, I'm eating my grapes. My grapes is good. He's saying that him and Leslie used to argue all the time, and that he thought it was something wrong with him because it didn't happen with Queen. Queen didn't argue. Queen just let him just do whatever the hell he wanted to do. And he was like, wow, what's going on here? Like, this girl don't call me out on my BS. Like, what's happening? Like, the other girl used to call me out on my BS and we used to be arguing, but this girl don't call me out on my BS. So, dang, what's going on? That's kind of what it sounded like to me. But let's continue.
Been like this for a minute, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I'm not, you know what I mean? I don't know why I'm, like, not emotional, and, like, I am emotional, but, like, I don't know why I'm not. I don't know. I'm just different, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I am, but I'm learning, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to be the best for Queen, too, The next thing I got to address is about your health problems, you know what I'm saying? And this to Leslie, you said that I used, and I said your health problem and in like the fertile thing or whatever, that I used it like maliciously or anything. In all honesty, I had said like they should have been, the T pages and all of them should be mindful because they don't know what it could be. And I said that was impossible that we had an abortion because we never even had a kid, because that would be impossible. You know what I'm saying? So I see where like some people are saying that like I should have never said that or anything. I could see where you say that, but at the same time, I never did it maliciously or an intent to hurt or to be like messy or anything, like, because that's just not me. Like I would.
Okay. And on his defense, I do not think that he said it maliciously. I do not think that he said it like to try to, be like, fucked up about it. I think that he genuinely was responding to it and saying what the real was. Like, you can't be the real person. You can't be know the real truth, because this couldn't even happen with her. Now, on her end, I understand how that can be something very personal to her and something that is very sensitive to her and her to feel a type of way. But I do agree and I do understand and I do feel like he probably did not say it maliciously. That was just him defending himself, saying, listen, that couldn't even happen. So you're capped, like you're lying, because this is what was the real. But her being that this is sensitive to her, because fertility is very sensitive for a lot of women. The women who cannot bear children, the women who have complications bearing children, that is something very sensitive. Me, when I first heard him say it, I didn't think that it was a big deal that he said it. And I didn't think that he said it maliciously. But I'm not a woman who has fertility issues. I have a child. I don't have a problem with getting pregnant. So, but for her, it's sensitive to her. She could feel sensitive about that. So I can see how for her that can bother her, and she had a right to respond. But, I will be fair and say I don't think that he was being malicious. insane.
I would never just intentionally do something like that. Like, if you watch the video, I was trying to tread around it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't blatantly say it. I didn't like just obnoxiously say it. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make that clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really was trying to be mindful of the situation. And even though I don't owe nobody anything, I was still trying to be mindful of the situation. Just out of the kindness of my heart, have I always been. And one thing that you said earlier, you said that you've been quiet for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I have to then remind you what you've done over these 3 years. Do you feel me? Where you haven't been quiet.
At T-Mobile,
Okay. So then he goes on to pretty much blast her and say that you claimed in your video that you were quiet all along. You really been taking shots at me, and I really haven't been calling you out on it. Now, if she has been doing that, then he has the right to call her out on that. And I agree. Like, don't try to act like you ain't been speaking on me when you have. Because, you know, you have bloggers who be doing stuff like that too. They'll act innocent, like, oh, I wasn't throwing shade or I wasn't throwing shots. But then all the while, they were underhandedly throwing shots. So this part right here, I agree for him to like defend himself and say, hey, don't try to say that you ain't never spoke on me when you have been speaking on me. Oh, hold up. Let me play the audio.
Bash you, we've never told 3 years, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I have to then remind you what you've done over these 3 years. Do you feel me? Where you haven't been quiet, and we still have never said anything. We've never let people bash you. We've never told people to bash you. We've never sent people to go say this and do that. Like, we've never done any of that. Since you want to try to play victim and say, like, you've been quiet and now it's time to say something, you went live. You've went live, or you've entertained Queen's ex, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. You've made a diss track in the beginning of Queen with your little cousins or sisters or whatever. You've went live with some of your friends talking and making fun of Queen and how you're better and how you look better, or and how you do this and they don't have, she that does this, it's natural, or whatever the fuck y'all got going on. You've done that. Like, you feel me? You haven't been quiet. Like, the whole victim shit, that shit is like, come on. Like,
now, I'm going to pause him right there because, like I said, if she has been doing that, then, you know, I understand why he respond. But if this happened right when he got with Queen, she was in her feelings and she was feeling some type of way. So if he's referring to something that she did 3 years ago, then she's in her right to feel some type of way and do those things. And her statement would be accurate that she hasn't spoke on y'all in 3 years, because it's been 3 years. So if he's speaking on anything that happened that she probably kikied with her friend, that still would make her statement correct. Because if I'm not mistaken, I haven't heard her say anything in 3 years. Now, if she felt like she was being petty at the time, who wouldn't be petty? Who wouldn't throw shots at somebody that they was just in a 5-year relationship with in their basement and feel some type of way that you kind of tried to ditch her for somebody just because they have more clout? Now, her statement would still be true. So,
like, I'm pretty sure people was reading right through that. Just for speaking of the diss track, just to show you how the situation was and how she's making it seem is not true. When the diss track happened, I picked up the phone and I called Leslie right in front of Queen and telling her, like, yo, you bugging. Like, now they about to bash you, whatever. Like, and on top of that, I've actually asked Queen myself in the beginning when we were just friends to please just tweet, yo, please just tell your fans not to go bash her. or go flood her comments how they was doing, or do some of the stuff and trolling her and doing stuff like that. I even asked Queen to do that, and she did it. But we was in a relationship somehow, and you're playing victim, as if I've always moved like how my mom taught me to. Not here to be like, oh, you're my ex, I fucking hate you, you this, that. Like, I'm not here to do any of that. I'm just hitting you with the facts. That whole victim shit, like, you broke it, like, come on, my nigga. So that's proof that me and Queen was actually just friends. I'm talking about she's in the base. Do you feel me? Like, you do a whole diss track, I call her, tell her you tripping. Like, y'all, what? Like, that doesn't make no sense. And ask Queen to then post and not tell them not to bother you or nothing. Another thing I feel like I need to address. You said we used to watch Queen and her ex back in the day. That's cap. Stop the cap. That bothered me a little bit because that's not true. You've been with me for, you said, 4 or 5 years, I think we were together. I've never watched YouTube. I've never watched YouTube until I was about to start YouTube. And when I was about to start YouTube, you was never in my life. You get what I'm saying? I think you was in that first video. We was in the back of that first video. And after that, you've never been around any other video I've done. I'm like strategical with this shit. Like, I'm not like I know.
We know, boy. We know. This whole strategy to then show love to Queen in the video that you're responding to your ex, the way that you shit on her and tried to flip the things that she said, we know that you got the strategy, baby. We know. You are very strategical, Clarence. We know. I'm gonna pause him right there. He then goes into their DMs after, I think, like shortly after this. He goes and breaks down the interaction that he had with Queen. He goes and he breaks down, Queen hopped in his DM and they were talking about how Chris was mad that she was contacting him and, all of these things. But I'm going to take one more caller and then I'm going to get into that part. So I'm going to go to Tramika. Hey, Tramika.
Hey, what up, Nick? Oh my God, I love your channel.
Oh, I appreciate it.
So good evening, everyone. So I got my notes here, that I wrote down that I'm just joking. I'm just playing. I'm being petty. Yo, so my thought is the basement guy. You couldn't own your own apartment with your bands that you was making from, let me see what he said. He was an IG model and he was getting bands for club appearances. So you couldn't buy a camera and get your apartment. I know most of us, we moved out and got our own, even if it is an apartment, we got our own. And then he was like, well, he mad because I feel like he was mad because she said that he was a fan of Chris. Well, she didn't say he was a fan. She said that they were watching him. So you're a fan. You were poking at him because you wanted to be him. You wanted to be in his shoes. He should have strategically bought his butt to Best Buy, got him a camera, and got in the apartment instead of trying to live off his mama in the basement. That's how I feel. And then you was in this girl live saying how you love her, wishing her happy birthday and all of that.
Yeah, I remember that.
So how you hate her so much? Why are you mad? Because she have a right to defend herself, like you were saying. And yes, he has a right to defend himself, but it seemed like his whole argument is just about what she shouldn't say and put some respect on his name. Well, he should put some respect on himself, because as a man, he should have been doing everything he did without a woman. You don't need that. And actually, just one more thing really quick. He mentioned about Chris didn't move on and she didn't move on and how they don't make videos on their exes.
They both had exes after them. Yeah.
Yes, Jeremiah is still cool with Leslie, by the way, and I don't think she ended none of her relationships bad. She never bashed him. She never bad talked it. She just said how she felt, which is so rude of him. That's why I don't have no respect for that. No, but that's what my opinion was about everything.
Okay, well, stay on. Don't click off.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna play some more, and then I'm gonna bring you back on.
All right, thanks.
All right. All right, so we're gonna play some more of what he has to say, and then I'm gonna bring her back, and I think Jay Dollars, you gotta connect your device. Your device ain't connected.
So I don't have like a degree or any of that stuff, but like I'm strategic with this stuff. When I want something, I'm gonna get it. You feel me? And nigga, I wanted to do YouTube. So what did I start doing? I started watching YouTube. I already said this. One YouTuber that I watched was DDG. I've seen him cop the i8. I'm like, what? Niggas copping i8s with YouTube checks? Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I want to do that. You feel me? At one point, I wanted to do a couple channel, possibly with my ex. You know what I'm saying? So I might have seen, nigga, I when Queen DM'd me, I knew who she was. Nigga, we never watched YouTube together. Like, that's
okay. So he says when Queen DM'd him, he knew who she was, but then he's calling his ex a liar for claiming that they watched them. But then, how did you know who she was? If you know what, go ahead.
So that don't say, like, that's corny. That's wild corny. I had to make that straight. Like, stop playing with me and trying to watch couples. Like, nigga, I was trying to get to that bag. I was trying to watch. That's not what enticed me. First,
the money, the clout. That's what enticed you.
I'm gonna have him pull it up, but I'm gonna read it.
The money, the clout, the status. He talks about how, you know, he's seen DDG buy an i8. He wanted to be able to buy an i8 off of YouTube. He's seen people come up off of YouTube. Keep it real. You seen an interest. You seen an in to get what you wanted, and you seen how you can get in with Queen. You knew who she was. Like, keep it real. Keep it real.
It's here right now. Boom. She said, what do you do? I said, I do clothes and I model. How come you ask like that? Laugh out loud, question mark. Well, I was only asking because I see you everywhere. And I'm like, okay, who is this guy? Sorry if I came off wrong. Nah, it's okay. And yeah, things been getting crazy. But yeah, I do clothes mostly and I model here and there. Give me your size. Give me your size and I'll send you some stuff. Again, hustler. I'm not trying to use nobody. I'm trying to get my clothes. And I'm not trying to think about no cheeks, no sex, no nothing. I'm trying to get to my bag. You know what I'm saying? That was what was wrong with you. I was trying to get to a bag. And that's what you didn't realize. You thought it was about joints. And it was never about joints. I said, give me your size and I'll send you some stuff. She said, what's been getting crazy? And you have your own line, question mark. And she said, okay, so far as my size, it all depends on how your clothing fits. I'll rock it for you, though. I said, social media has been getting crazy. And yes, yeah, at that time, I'm getting lit, you feel me? And this is at the end of me messing with Leslie, you feel me? So I'm getting lit at the same time. Like, my life is changing. Way before Queen, my life was already changing. I'm talking about I'm going to a club for 30 minutes. No, matter of fact, 45 minutes for 6 bands. And I'm going to fucking clubs in Philly for 5 bands, 7 bands, 10 bands. Like, I'm talking about, I'm just an Instagram model. I'm doing, like, my life is changing way before Queen. And she knows that. Queen said, what's been getting crazy? And you have your own line? Okay, then whatever. And I said,
all right, I'm gonna pause him. I'm gonna bring Tramika back to give her thoughts on that part of it.
Oh boy, that's exactly what I meant. Man, it gets worse and worse. That's what I mean. He said he was going to do appearances. So how come, let's just take Queen out the equation. How come you couldn't fund your clothing line?
His camera.
Yeah, right? Because it's what, $1,500 at Best Buy? Drop the coupon and you might get it for less. I'm just saying. Like, how come you couldn't do all this by yourself, man? You was a man out here in these streets. You could have did it by yourself. And it just, everything about the text messages, because I seen the video, it just, you could tell that some messages are deleted. It's common sense. They're deleted. They're not going to show you everything they talked about. That girl had been cheating from the very get-go. They had already plotted this, planned this, and he plotted to say, well, let me go and secure the bag. And she already got CJ, but let me go and secure the bag. That's how I feel about it. I just feel like everything, he has an excuse for everything. A good liar, let me tell you something. They're going to always have an excuse for something. They're going to always have a comeback. Oh, they have a rebuttal for everything. You're never wrong. I never seen him admit to something he said except for apologizing to say he didn't mean to put her business out there. What they used to say in the old days. If you don't have anything good to say, then don't say it at all.
Yeah.
You know, if he felt, knowing that hurt her, I can see them having a conversation, sitting together, and she told him how that was sensitive. So why did he say something about it? That was to bash her. And her father, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
the
when he was
father.
like, your dad said that I
Yeah.
couldn't do social media. Yeah, boy, was he like, basically he wanted to shit on them. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
y'all like
Yeah.
it was just a mess.
I pretty much think that the father didn't mean that to him. Like a girl father would say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. If you're gonna do your internet business, then how about you have another hustle so you can get further? I'm pretty sure that's what her father did. I don't think her father was like, you're never gonna be anything. You're never gonna be this. You're not gonna amount to that if you just stick. I really
Plus, the
don't
older
believe
generation
that.
do not grow up on social media. There's a lot of people,
Exactly.
when they ask me what I do, I tell them YouTube, and it's older people, and they're like, wait, you make money doing
Exactly.
that? You make, like, they
Exactly.
don't even understand how it works.
Mhm.
So I can see how he probably did take it personal, like, you know, like he felt like he wasn't going to amount to nothing. But you got to
Yeah.
understand that these older people don't even understand how social media works. Like half of them
Yeah.
tell them, you know, oh, I do YouTube, or, you know, oh, I do IG ads, or they're gonna be like,
Mhm.
wait, people pay you for that? Like they don't even understand
Right.
how that works.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's not like he won the Grammy, so he needs to humble himself. I mean, you really didn't do anything.
Right. I'm gonna
That's
play
my
some more.
thing.
I'm gonna play some more.
Since social media has been getting crazy, and yes, I do. I would love to have you in it. I can send you shirts and hoodies right now. Look on it. You know what I'm saying? You know your size. Laugh out loud. She said, "Same for me, man. It gets super crazy, especially what's going on with me." But in shirt, and then she said, "But in shirts and hoodies, small." I said, "If you don't mind me asking, what do you do?" You feel me? Pretty sure I've seen you before too. You look familiar. What's going on with you? She said, I do YouTube and I be going viral a lot with the guy, my husband, who now is saying that he doesn't want to be with me anymore. So now everyone is asking what happened and I'm not sure what to say, but I've been dealing with the embarrassment for a while. Now from him making me look stupid by talking to other girls, shaking my head. But I'll be good. I'm going to bounce back from this, pray hard, and I'll figure out what God wants for me. This shit is inspiring. Like I'm getting goosebumps. And this isn't sharing this with y'all.
Oh my god.
He's so funny and shit. He like, ooh, like I'm really kicking this shit. Like he's so full into that shit. Like he is so into himself. It's so
Oh
funny.
my
Like, he's like,
god,
ooh, this is
man.
inspiring. Like I really can't.
Wait.
Like in his head, he's really thinking like, damn, I really plotted this whole shit. Like I really came from the basement to where I am now. Like man, like.
He getting goosebumps because he know he getting close, and he done sparked up a conversation with a major YouTube star. Who wouldn't get excited, man? Oh gosh, it gets worse and worse. I'm telling you.
Let me play a little more.
Know what happened and that like none of that goofy, like this should have been genuine and real from the beginning. I said sorry to hear that, and yep, that's all you have to do. Ain't nobody got more control than him, so just be patient. I'm talking about, when I say him, I'm talking about God. No one has control than him, so just be patient and take all this as a lesson. You'll be just fine and continue to do your thing. I said I'm about to start a YouTube. She said, that's what's up. What you gonna be doing? I said, thinking about doing a vlog, maybe some challenges. She said, you should do pranks, man. I'm telling you, that's where the view's at. You already got a big following on Instagram, so just transfer those over and you get buku money. Like, and I said, like, what kind of pranks you thinking? Yeah, I know. That's what everyone's telling me to do. That's what I said. Still, no flirting, no nothing has ever. I've always kept it, been real. None of that, oh, I want to marry.
Really?
I love you. None of that happened. We was genuine friends at first. So question 1, are you in a relationship? Reason why I asked is because you can prank your girl. If not, then prank your moms or something. And then I said, yeah, I have someone. She gonna be mad though. Is that what you do? And she said, yes, you should definitely start doing that. It don't matter. It's gonna make y'all money. Now I already know. I appreciate you. What's your size on hoodies and tees and address? So right there in that, I'm not even trying to entertain that really, because I'm still like dealing with my ex, you feel me? So I'm keeping it respectful all the time, you feel me? And then she said, small, hun, and I'm gonna get a P.O. box when I get back to Houston after the hurricane. A lot went downhill. I said, you're from Houston? And I said, oh man, how's everything? Because she said she was in a hurricane or whatever. I moved to Houston 7 months ago. My house didn't get destroyed, but when we escaped, we've been bouncing around ATL ever since. Okay, I'm glad. I said, okay, I'm glad. I'm sorry you're going through that. You will be in my prayers. She said, thanks. I said, no problem. Let me know when you have that info for me. She said, you in NY, in New York? I said, yeah. She said, is it fun? What part? I said, Bronx. And then I said, it's okay. Nothing crazy. I've lived out here all my life, so I'm used to it. She said, man, I want to come. It seems fun and ghetto. LMAO. I said, very ghetto. She said, I like ghetto for some reason. I don't know. So I said, how come you haven't been out here? Everybody should go to NY at least
Oh
once.
my gosh.
The biggest fan base is there too. I just know why I haven't.
All right, I'm going to pause on what you thinking so far.
Well, if you married, why are you so comfortable with having the conversation about your relationship? Like that's what I'm saying. It seems like they had already been talking. It's like the conversation is way ahead of what he's trying to portray it to be. Then he said he had someone. So you didn't even claim her. You just said someone. You should have said, like, you stuck up for Queen. Yes, I have a girlfriend. And if you ain't trying to buy no t-shirts or no pants that we don't even see, that's still invisible, then cut it short and I'm out. You had a plan. You had a motive. Like, it's obvious. Like, come on, stop joking. Like, everybody can see this.
He really,
everybody can see this.
People in the comments can't see it because all they see is he said fluffy stuff about Queen and saying that he messes with her because she's goofy and he likes her and she's good in bed. And that's where they're stuck at. But I'm just like,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go.
And it's like a typical conversation, like a girl and a guy conversation. If they're interested in each other, we already know at that point they're interested in each other. So it's like a typical conversation. You're flirting. It's not the obvious flirting, but you guys know y'all having this conversation, so you know what to say, how to say it, when to say it, what not to say, to kind of like not to push her off or seem like you're thirsty. And she knows what she's asking, what to ask, and what not to ask, so she don't seem like it. But they both know what they're getting at. So that's what I'm saying. It's obvious. Like, it's not a typical conversation like we're talking about business. Business is, what's your size, this and that, where we can go, can you promote this, that, and the third. It's not about, well, yeah, when I'm gonna come to NY and my husband treats me like this or this, that. It's not that. It's not even that.
Yeah. All right, let's play some more.
Because I'll be so busy, but I'm coming soon. I might be coming by myself this time if things don't work out, but if they do, we'll both come. I might be coming by myself this time if things don't work out, but if they do, we'll both come. Talking about her and her ex. Only so much a woman could take. This is my response. I said, I understand. Well, if you guys do, y'all should link me. We could work or do something, but my prayers go out to y'all too.
Oh, God, no.
Right? I said, I see him. I said, I see him on your page. She said, what? I thought I deleted him, LMAO, because he deleted me. So, and I'm not about to be looking dumb as hell. I said, you're not going to look stupid. Ain't nothing showing you care. The reason why I'm saying these things because I'm going through the same thing with a girl, my ex. And I said, And she said, not if he don't show it. And out here with screenshots of conversations with other girls. I never wrote back. Then she said, I know your girl, you pissed the fuck off because I would too. I go through the same thing and we get it. Y'all are handsome, but y'all just be asking for it and doing it purposely. I don't think fine niggas meant to be in relationships, laugh out loud. Maybe if you put her on your page, it would make it better. I said, nah, I feel you. I'm just like my stuff private, you know? But it would come out sooner or later the way social media works. She said, boy, show her off. She would love you so much. This is coming from Queen. She's saying, boy, show her off. She will love you so much more, I promise. Don't hide her. It makes women feel unimportant. I said, I will.
It makes a woman, not women.
Then everything went missing. You know what I'm saying? She went missing. And we then, you know what I'm saying? Then she hits me up randomly. You know what I'm saying? Randomly. This is what she said. I posted a picture or something like that. And she said, but why the socks and slippers though? I said, look who it is. I was working out. Then I hopped in the shower. I was in the middle and dressed. She said, that's funny. This is after I did my smash or pass. So she said, that's funny. But you want to know what else is funny? Frank's Red Hot. I said, yo, chill. LMAO. You a clown. You thought that was funny? She said, yes, it was. And I was also mean compared to Sweet Heat. I said, I was not being mean. You know how my...
Okay, so for those of you guys who are not up to speed, so basically he's responding to when he finally did a YouTube video, he basically was saying other girls look better than her. So she's kind of responding to him about the shade that he threw, saying that she wasn't that hot. Like, I guess the guy said he was Frank's Red Hot, but he was pretty much alluding that the other girls looked better than her. And she was kind of addressing him like, damn, that kind of hurt my feelings. Like, you didn't think that I was as pretty as the other girls, you know? And he was just trying to explain it like, let me not mess up my chance because, you know, she do got clout, you know? So he's trying to say that it wasn't as deep as she's taking it to be. That's kind of what he's explaining right there.
Kind person, love. You the mean one. You want to know why? I said, nah, B. And she said, nah, B. And how? I said, stop making me laugh, Queen. And I said, and because you unfollowed me and blocked me, at this time, I am 100% single man right here. You know what I'm saying? I am a single man right here. Like when she hit me back up. So November 11th. You feel me? That was the last time you spoke. It was September 20th. Or September 6th, one of them, like, you know what I'm saying? Look, nah, stop making me laugh, Queen. And I said, and because you unfollowed me and blocked me. And she said, ain't that what y'all New Yorkers say? Nah, B, son, nah. And no, I didn't laugh aloud. She said, mans was tripping. Ain't think you noticed, though. I said, certain places I don't say B, I say son sometimes. I said, I didn't even do nothing, though. I didn't even flirt or anything.
Skip through
And I'm not even like that. You feel me? I'm not even on that kind of time. And then add me back on Snap. We added each other back on Snap and all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's basically. And then therefore we started flirting and shit. You feel me? Look at that. Hey, daddy. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Either. That's just that. That's just to clarify that part real quick. I'm sorry I had to do that. So the end of part 2, you said Queen DMing me made sense the way our relationship was going at the end, right? There's a particular, like, I don't remember everything because it was such a long time ago, but there was a particular moment where I could think about that is proof that, like, what you're making it seem, like, you know, and I know that we were done. Like, we were done. We were arguing. We were doing that. You were doing your thing. You feel me? I think we came back from a break. You know what I'm saying? Some things we both shared that, like, we did while we were on the break. We both didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So we broke, like, we was pretty much over. You feel me? And there was an incident that I could show you. On Halloween, you walked in my house and to get your boots or sneakers or whatever you left, you had stuff still here. You know what I'm saying? I had all your stuff packed in the closet. And you walked in and I was shocked to even see you. We didn't even say a word to each other.
Okay, so he explains how him and her wasn't, like, because she tried to imply that they were still together. So he tries to explain that they were not on good terms like she's trying to make it out to be. Then he goes on to say he made some type of comment about finances or something, and then he was like, Queen don't do something, but I'm like, you and your sister took over that girl finances, but then you trying to, like, I was like, boy, what? Like, hold on, let me try to find it real quick.
Touch, you feel me? And I noticed like the litter that I got, like not the litter, but there was a difference on the joints. I can't be, you feel me? Like I was trying to really get my shit together. With energy from anybody else. You feel me? Expect her to fall in love with me. I'm pretty sure she didn't either. All right, yeah. So I'm going through this a little quick. Hopefully you guys are keeping up with me. You know what I'm saying? But what bothered me most, you know what I'm saying, is when you said it's obvious that I was messing with Queen because she was loaded with money and clout. I feel like I've said this before, but again, Queen didn't have money when I met her.
That's a lie.
And everything was taken away from her.
Queen had her own channel. Now, granted, Chris did take over their main channel, but Queen had already, before she officially left Chris, she already had started making her own channel. She already had several videos of her own. So she was not broke. She was not left with zero. She, at the time that they started getting together, a lot of her fans followed her personal Queen Naija page that had thousands and thousands of followers on there already. She was not broke. She didn't have the family channel or their couple channel, but she had her personal channel. And before she left Chris, she already was smart. She was smart about it to transfer her followers over to that page. And she had already started making several videos on that page. She had did a girls trip to NYC where she tried to pretend that she didn't already meet Clarence when she went with
Pay
Ari.
for the dinner.
Yeah, and then they came back on social media, tried to act like it was them meeting for the first time when she had already met him when they went on that girls trip. All of those things was videos she posted on her personal channel, to where she had money before she got with him. Like,
yeah, and then when he was saying that I understand how he said that they wasn't together, but did he reassure that? I mean, because from what we're getting, she said they took space, like they just was on a space break, you know. So did he reassure that, or he just assumed like, well, just because she walked in, maybe she was in a rush to go to a party? But did you check to say, hey?
But we have attitudes with our niggas. Don't mean that I don't want to never talk to you again. I just want you to know I'm mad at you right now.
Right. Yeah, that is true. Don't understand that at all. So,
you know, but let's play a little bit more.
Everything was in the other person's account. Like she had no credit cards. The credit cards was taken away from her. Like she didn't have money when she was with me. You feel me? And I'm pretty sure like he can vouch for that. You feel me? Like I feel like I'm a man of like dignity. I'm a man.
If she didn't have money, how do you later say she invested in the camera, but then you're saying that she didn't have no money? That don't even make sense. She didn't have no money. She had $0, but yet she brought you a camera and she invested in you and all of this kind of stuff. Like that don't even make sense.
Of pride, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of pride, and for me, I didn't mess with her for. I didn't ask her to do that. She's daring. She's great in bed. She believed in me. She invested in me. Not a lot of women that can say that. She invested in me. She seen I had potential and she invested in me. She bought me a camera. I didn't ask her to do that.
Why she buy you a camera and invest in you if she didn't have no money? Because she did have money. She had her channel. She just didn't have the channel.
That's what I was saying. Like you know, she may not have had. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
She may not have had the money that she was used to making with her YouTube channel, but she had bread. You know what I'm saying? She may not have had the extra thousands, but she had money. You know, that's what I don't know why he keeps saying she didn't have no money. Like he had all the money. So he took her, he rescued her, he saved her. You know what I mean? Like, I think they both just at this point just need to be honest. So, did you or did you not leave before your relationship was over? And why do you dislike her for coming out and saying how she feel when you can say how you feel? You know, I don't understand that.
A mess. A mess.
She seen I was vlogging off the phone and just bought me a camera. I had the big ass Canon, trying to carry
Here you
around the
go.
big ass Canon. Y'all remember that?
Here you go.
Not because all of that nonsense that y'all say. The queen I know, I definitely don't look at her as a check or as money or as an opportunity. That is the mother of my child. And I love her to death. I will die for her. I will die for her. And on any given day. It's my heart. You feel me? And
now I feel like he probably does feel that way about her now, because if you spend enough time with somebody, you are going to eventually develop feelings for them.
Yeah,
you are going to be potentially falling for somebody, especially, you know, if they do bear your child, you may now look at them in a different light. So I feel like he probably is being genuine now about his feelings for her, that he loves her now, you know, because he spent time and developed that. But that's not how it started. It started as an opportunity to get you to where you wanted to go. You wanted to be able to buy I-8s. You wanted to be able to buy the finer things. So you accepted her spending money on you and buying your, you know, camera time, because it was, let's not get it fucked up. A lot of people think that Clarence totally just used Queen, and Queen mutually benefited from this situation as well. Queen went from, I think at the time she had like 300,000, 400,000 followers. She linked up with Clarence and it caused controversy for her, and it was mutually beneficial for her as well. So I can see where she would invest in him because it was in turn making her money too. So it was a mutually beneficial situation. So I'm not gonna cap and act like he just totally just used her and she didn't get nothing out of it. No, Queen got a lot out of it. It was mutually beneficial for the both of them. It was a look for the both of them, because here she is. She just left Chris. Now she with somebody who a lot of people felt like Clarence looked better than Chris. So it's like now they felt like she leveled up or whatever. And it boosted her up. The controversy between it boosted her up. It was a mutually beneficial thing. So he didn't just 100% use her. Queen benefited off of this as well. They both came up. So I will give him that respect to say, I don't think that it was just the totally just like, I'm just using her and da da da. Like, I don't think that it was, listen, Clarence, we can make money. Like, come on, like we could do these videos. And he was like, all right, bet. Like, let's make these videos. Let's run it up. Let's get the money. And I don't blame him for that, you know, because hey, shit, do what you do to get what you got. But don't lie. Don't try to flip it to shit on your ex. That's the part.
Just be honest. Yeah, just be honest about it. It's like you said, nobody's saying that he didn't grow into liking her more than what he started, because he'd even said it himself. She well, how he said that, I don't want to lie. He said he was sleeping on Queen, you know, like her potential or whatever she can do, and just the way she was about her hustle. So he said it himself, you know.
Right. All right. So I'm not tired of looking at that. We've looked at. I'm going to now.
Wait, one more thing before I go. This is what I wanted to know. How is it right for him to state he don't feel like Leslie? Well, he said Leslie shouldn't speak on Queen because his son, you know, might see that. But all the back and forth he does with Chris, what about CJ?
Right.
CJ can grow up and see it too. So it's not, if you're gonna make it about your kid, then make it about both of the kids. I don't see why y'all just can't co-parent. because you got to put your differences aside. So if you say that you love her, you're going to die for her, you're going to do all of this, that, and the third, it's about time for all three of y'all to get together and say, let's co-parent, let's stop the foolishness, let's stop the madness, and do this for the kids. Because it could be things where you're at the party, and it's not just Clarence, it's Chris. Birthday parties, things that the kids, y'all gonna have to talk and communicate and co-parent. What about graduations? Things that it's going to take maybe two parents to be at, or three of y'all. Like, that's the best thing for kids to have. Look, they have everybody. Don't show them all this now, because they're going to grow up. So y'all going to eventually have to find a way to co-parent and get along. Like, at the end of the day, it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt about certain things. So that's how I feel about it. Thank you for having me on.
I want you to stay on. Do you
No, I don't have to go. I was gonna hop in the chat. No, I don't have to go.
Okay, I want you to stay on. I'm gonna bring some people on, but I want you to stay on.
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
Tony, unmute your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
He is lying. First of all, that is flirting. All of their DMs, that was flirting. Queen reached out to him because she liked him and she was attracted to him. And I'm sure when she wrote him, I'm sure he typed in her name and went to her page and figured out who she was. Someone, you look familiar. He knew exactly who she was. And they were flirting. Like, that's flirting. I mean, that's common sense. Also, I don't understand why Queen didn't just go to New York, get her own place, live her own life, and take care of herself. And then if they would have started talking, then maybe that would have made more sense. But it just seemed like it was all a setup. Queen had a point to prove, and her point was to get with Clarence and be with him. And now they're a happy family.
Get on without Chris. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I just feel like both of them, like you said, and then he got a camera, and now he got clout and he got money. And I mean, Queen's locked in with their whole family. If they do break up, it's gonna be a disaster. Because how do you get out of that?
In charge of the finances, the system.
Yeah, how do you get out of that? Why would you even do that? I would never do like a relationship. Okay, that's fine, but now you're hooked in with his sister, his mother. Like, it's just too much.
Well, he did say like if they ever break up.
It seems like the same thing with Chris. She said Chris was controlling and and he was in control of the finances. And I mean, it's the same thing. It's just a different dude.
Well, he did say if they ever break up, he would still, love and support Queen. I mean, I
understand. I think the loves make sense, but money is involved as well. It's like a relationship. I
don't think he would bash her, or it would be a crazy breakup unless that she completely cuts him off. Then it'll get nasty. I think if that happened, it'll definitely get nasty.
Right. But I'm saying more of like if they break up and say if they break up for some terrible reason and everybody's just upset and nobody's getting along at this point, she still is managed by his sister, correct? Like they're still she's not just in a relationship with him. She's basically
that's a contract.
A relationship with
that's a contract.
Right, but I'm saying that because it's family and because you're in a relationship with this person and you're doing business, like she's involved in a lot of stuff that she could have just been in a relationship with him and had somebody else do the other stuff. I just felt like it's kind of shysty for me. Oh, now I'm in a relationship with you and I'm working with your sister and this person is your cousin is my security guard. Like that's just too. I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Like, don't put all her eggs in one basket, kind of, sort of.
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Have something, right? Have something to fall back on, especially after being in a relationship with Chris, and that didn't go well, So you want to make sure that
out of a situation and jump back into the same situation. You were upset with your husband because he was a cheater and because whatever happened, and then you jumped into a relationship with Clarence when you knew he was in a relationship. You technically knew that. Whether
I believe that too.
It was over or not, you've been through that. So I'm pretty sure Chris has told females that, hey, we're over, but you weren't really over. So you should know that dude stayed.
I believe that too.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, but they full of it. They full of it. I'd rather for them just come out and say, yeah, we were attracted to each other, and we hit each other up, and we were flirting, and it just happened. We fell in love.
Right. Yeah.
I'd rather for them say that. Also, one more thing, it pissed it people.
No curse. Don't be cursing.
No, I'm not gonna cuss. I'm just saying it pissed me off. Like people forget that. I don't understand all this back and forth with Chris and Clarence, because when Queen first left and I guess went to New York, she kept saying, my son is with his dad. He's taken care of and he's good and I'm getting my life together and he's going to stay with his dad until I get my life together. And then you went and you left and you got pregnant with another child, but you were getting your life together. And it wasn't no drama. It wasn't no issues. And now that it just seems weird to me that all of these issues are coming up right now when in the beginning it was fine.
Yeah.
All this drama started happening as soon as you got pregnant. Like, that's not fair. I just feel like it's a whole bunch of bull.
All righty. Thank you, Tony.
All righty.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go to Jazz.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So I have two things. One, I feel like Clarence never gave Leslie closure, and that's why she feel the way she feel. I feel like, how guys, they will, guys, they'll break up or say y'all want to break, but it's never really closed. And she probably thought it was still going to go back and forth. And then I guess he felt like, well, now I'm talking to Queen, I'm moving on to the next. I'm sorry. And she's still like, oh no, so this breakup for real this time? I feel like she never got that closure. And as far as being mutually beneficial, I agree. I feel like her whole DM to Clarence was like, let me get Chris mad, or let me get my ratings back up. Let me get a guy so I can build my channel back up like it was. I feel like she kind of was just like using him too. Yeah. So that's on that.
Yeah, like yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It kind of worked both ways. So you got what you wanted and he got what he wanted. But like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, it's really no reason for them to not be honest and not say what it is that's happening here, because he had a plan to move on and break up with Leslie. She had a plan to leave Chris. So what was the problem with saying, all right, we done and that's it and move on? Like it was no reason to hide unless he was hiding something from Leslie. Now he wasn't sure that he was going to be with Queen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna just pause you real quick. All right. Thank you, Jazz.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye.
All right. Because I want to get through a lot of these people. So hold it just a little bit. All right. Bree.
Okay.
Bree.
Yes.
Hey.
Okay. Hey, I'm starting to think we think alike, Nate. Cause how you talking about she ain't got no money, but she invested in you. She bought you a camera. She talking about he invested in. Well, she invested in him, and he bought. She bought the camera, but she didn't have no money and all that. It's just crazy. I don't know. I kind of feel like they don't give Chris credit either, because Chris originally the one that picked them on YouTube. It is crazy how she flipped everything and started getting money with her new dude and put him onto YouTube. So I just think it's all crazy. Like they don't give him enough credit when it's dealing with that part too. But I feel like everything is about money. When he was explaining himself about how much he loved her and now he get to do what he want, buy what he want, everything was dealing with buying something, like materialistic shit.
Yeah.
So if the money fall off, would you still love her like how you love her? Yeah, I eat whenever I want. It don't matter how much. I'm like, what does that have to do with you loving her? I'm confused. Like, it just, would you still love her the same?
For real.
Like, would you still love her the same if, the money was to, go low? And
Right.
I also disagree with y'all where y'all said they both did benefit from it, but at the same time, Queen was already up. She already had like million subscribers and stuff like that. Like, and then she already had that song Medicine.
No. She did not have 1 million subscribers on her personal channel when she got with Clarence. She did not. I watched her at that time. She did not.
That's the only time I watched her around that time. Because
When
I
she
was agreeing with her.
her followers went up. When she got with him, she started doing videos with him. Then her followers shot up. But before that, she was not at a million on her own channel.
Because of her doing that transition over to her own channel from the Chris and Queen channel.
The Chris and Queen channel, I think, did have 1 mil.
Yeah, they had two.
But her
at the
personal
time.
channel, she was making money, but she didn't. She wasn't at 1 million yet. She shot up when she got with Clarence.
Yeah, and then they try to make it seem like she was broke, and then they give the sister Lee all the credit of that song Medicine. She pushed, basically they saying that she pushed that song or whatever. I'm like, the song was already where it was at before the sister became the manager and stuff like that. It's just crazy.
All right, thank you, Bree.
All right.
All right. Cocktails, you got something else you want to chime in and say?
Okay, yes. Okay, I just want to say this. Like I said, I'm old school, so I see patterns. So the first pattern I see in him where, okay, he said he didn't mean it to offend her about her health issues, but as a man that you dated this woman for all these years, you can at least say, hey, you know what? I apologize for saying that. The second pattern from that first pattern, I see he just did it with Queen. He just said she was broke, this and that, but you still running business because those type of men like to be in control. They smile, they look the part, they go to church, they have an image to hold before the fame because of the deacon in the church, my auntie like this and that. So the word AB is a problem for him. So he's like, that never happened, even if he offended his first girl, because it's all about control. He was taking control of not acting like he was an into queen in their DMs, but she was like clearly like attracted to him. He was attracted to her too. So of course he's embarrassed. He's not gonna say, okay, well, we kind of smash when we finish each other too, or I'm plotting, well, we both plotting for me to take old boy's spot, because mind you, my daughters was watching this in high school. So I remember this tub episode where they was like in this tub and he that's when he kind of got his shine on a little bit, but it's still it's control. He like to take control of everything. He played nice and calm, and I know how to articulate my words, but he's still in control because, mind you, our girl must have been a little feisty in the relationship. With Queen, she's more passive, so she was easier to deal with. You got to think about all that, because those type of guys, I see right through them. So that's my intake on them. And then one more thing that you mentioned, ma'am, you were saying about they have kids, and the other man, he's kind of feeling like the ex-girl, because he feeling like he was played a little bit, even though it was kind of like behind, but he took his stardism. Like he kind of played Queen with feeling himself and cheating, but in actuality, she was a gem. And he kind of feel like he lost that gem. So when he come around to the birthday parties and stuff, he's not gonna be welcome. He feel like he kind of messed up, so he angry at himself. The old boy came in and controlled everything. If y'all saying that he got his sisters controlling money, they got contracts and management or whatever, it's all in control. It's all in control. So that's what I see in this guy. And he gonna be like, oh, well, I ain't mean to tell everybody you broke, but you was trying to go through the DMs and trying to prove to make yourself look good that you wasn't no bad guy, but you started doing the pattern of control. So that's it.
All right. Thank you. She was like, now I'm gonna put myself on mute and go out. All right, Jasmine.
Hi.
Hey.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I totally agree with everybody is saying, but one thing I do not like what Clarence did to his ex Leslie is he said you wasn't the woman for me. I didn't like that because so you dated this girl for so long and now all of a sudden she's not the woman for you. But then this girl that come in the picture, you barely know her from a can of paint, and it's the woman for you. Make it make sense. Like, of course, y'all grow together over time, but like everyone said, he seen a bag. He seen come up, oh, because he wanted to do YouTube and he wanted to sit up here and he wanted to get the same thing what other YouTubers had. He wanted that. So he spotted opportunity to get where he wanted to go. And I just feel like he didn't want to settle for Leslie. He wanted more. He didn't want to settle. And I just think that was just disrespectful. How you just gonna come out of the blue and say you wasn't the woman for me, but she wasn't good enough for you now, but back then she was. Like I think that's just wrong.
Right. And that's what I was saying. It's basically about, hey, let me go and put her down. Like the the ma'am said earlier that just logged off. If he's into controlling and, oh well, I'm gonna run the show, then basically I'm gonna put you down and try to shut your emotions down. It's almost like emotional abuse, pretty much. That's what I got from it.
Yeah, and
Not
then
saying that he's abusive. So let me go on and say that now.
and then like he's saying, like she she had called shots on her back in the day. Okay, so like you said, Neek, she probably was in her feelings. Who wouldn't? But now she's coming out to clear everything, to tell her side of the story. What is wrong with that? Oh, because it make you look bad? Oh, because the truth finally coming out, people dotting the I's and crossing the T's? No, that's not right for you to sit up here and say, oh, you came out and you called shots, but now all of a sudden, why so late? Well, it's because she had, like the other caller said, she needed time to heal. She needed closure. This is her closure now. This is her time to have everybody know, like, look, this is what I had went through. This is what he put me through. This is what happened. This is how it started. I'm telling my side of the story, hear my voice. And that's not just make a narrative about what based on what they say or what was put out there. So I don't think that's right for him to come at her like that. Like you wasn't the woman for me. Like that's just mad disrespectful.
Yeah. All right. Thank you,
That's
Jasmine.
just wrong. Thank you.
All right. Oh wait. Just T.
Hi.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm calling from the UK. So hi.
Hey, pal.
Hi. Honestly, I'm not shocked. Been new about Clarence. He is despicable. I think that he has a lot of growing up to do. Um, the fact that he felt so comfortable to talk about a female that he had 5 years with, 5 years, not 2 years or above, like 5 years with, um, on YouTube, like that was just disgusting to me. And like you said, to tear one woman down to bring up Queen because Queen is so insecure in herself that she has to botch and chop her body to please her man, instead of being secure in herself and saying that I have a child to look after, I got a career, let me focus on that. She's so wrapped up and invested in this damn man. I just think it's insane. I think it's crazy. And I feel like everything that's come out now is it's not, like I said, it's not shocking to me. I feel like we all been knew this, if you know what I mean. It's not a shock. Like we all knew what type of person he was. We all knew what type of situation they were in. To me, I just think, like, sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
Okay,
yeah.
just talking to one of your homegirls on the phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, what I didn't like is if I was to go off by what the last caller said when he said
Oh,
when she
Jesus.
said
I thought my
um
headphones was about to blow up or something.
when she said Leslie
Was
wasn't
that
the
her
woman for
phone or
her.
mine?
I don't know. I'm over here squirting damn grapes. Go
Was
ahead.
you eating grapes? Oh, sorry. No, just when the last caller said
Ooh.
about, oh, am I too loud? Can you hear me?
I can hear
No,
Sorry.
you.
something. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, when the last caller said about him saying Leslie wasn't the girl for him, it's ironic because I saw a post when he was already up in the penthouse with Queen, but he put on one of her live streams, Leslie's live streams, a long heartfelt message how much he loves her, wish her nothing but the best, but this is the woman that's not for you. She was all these bad things, but yet you felt the need to still talk to this girl or send emotional or heartfelt messages to her while you're up in the penthouse portraying this life on the YouTube to everyone else. I feel like this guy loves to lie so much that he can't even keep up with his own lies. You know what I mean? I feel like he constantly is just lying constantly, and when he gets caught out, he can't take it. If that makes sense. Am I making any sense? Not really.
No, you are.
Am I making sense? So yeah, I just felt like the whole video of him coming at Leslie was just very out of pocket, was very disrespectful, and especially for a guy that constantly says that he's humble, and for a guy that says that he respects women, wouldn't do that, you know? Because when I've watched her video, she never once disrespected him. She never said anything disrespectful. All she did was told her truth. And you know, in Jamaica, they say empty barrel make the most noise. Same way when people say a hit dollar make a hit dog hollers. I felt like because she was talking her truth, he couldn't handle her truth. He wanted to come back and be all amped up and write and read from a piece of paper.
The comment section was like, you know, I feel her, I empathize with her, and a lot of people was taking her side because she wasn't bashing him or Queen, and a lot of people was like, oh, I actually like her. She seems cool. Like she seems like a good girl. She's beautiful. He couldn't have that. Like, oh no. So he had to make sure that people now shit on her, which they will now do because they follow what, you know, their faves say. Like if Clarence ain't effing with her, then they gonna be like, all right, well, we not effing with her. You know?
Well, I feel like, yeah, I totally agree with you, Meek, because at the end of the day, yeah, these followers are children. They're not grown. They don't know about real life. So, okay, a lot of them may be grown, but mentally they're not grown. Because if you're grown, right, and you have common sense, you would see it for what it was. And I used to watch Queen and Chris from when they were on the red couch stage, yeah, on that red couch stage, yeah. And I remember Queen speaking about Clarence when they moved to Houston. I remember him being brought up, and she slipped up one time, nearly called her husband the name. Do you know what? It's funny to me because I really hope that all of the fans that was dragging him for how many years, yeah, and Chris, Clarence and Queen need to owe that man a big apology, because now you can really see that they both were dirty in that relationship, period. It wasn't just one person doing someone else dirty. It was Chris and Queen that were both unfaithful in that situation. But you know what, like, because everyone wants to put Queen on this pedestal, like she's this innocent person, she could do no wrong, she's this victim, and Clarence is the one that came in and swooped in and was the captain saver, you know, the word to, you know, take her out of that situation, help her and then build together. It's just, fam, that whole relationship is built on lies, and it's a facade. And now that their truth is coming out, they don't know what to do about it, period. And that's how it's just, that's what it is. It's that they don't know how to deal with it, and all their fans are like scrambling from every other T page that doesn't agree with the common consensus of, oh, Queen and Clarence could never do this. Like, fam, have your own brain. Yes, she may be a stand for someone. Yes, she may go so hard for them, but realistically, if you were broke and had pence or $1 in the bag, are these people going to reach out and give you food? No. Like, you need to deep it that these people, regardless of how much money they have and they're on social media, they're still humans. They're gonna make mistakes. They're gonna do things that are not that everybody else does, and we're not always gonna agree with. Like, I just think that people need to start waking up and stop just. Oh, it's just irritating. To be fair, I'm sorry, I'm going on a ramble, on a rant, but
right. Thank you,
yeah.
Jen. We're gonna wrap it there.
Okay, bye.
That was so cute. That was so cute.
Nancy Greer, you over there cooking?
She said, "I'm going on by the."
Hey,
Yeah.
what's your thought? I can't hear you. Your thing is on mute.
She gotta turn her mic on.
It's on mute. All right, go ahead.
Turn her mic on.
Okay. This is my first time ever been on any type of live.
It's on mute.
I had something to say.
All right, go ahead. Turn off in the background. If you got two tabs open, turn off in the background.
On any type of live. I had something to say.
All right, go ahead. Turn off in the background. If you got two tabs open, turn off in the background.
How about now? Ready?
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh yeah. You know, Clarence tried to make everybody feel kind of bad about their financial situation. I don't like the way that Clarence was bragging on how he could get what he wanted, when he wanted, how he wanted it, and everything. But not even too long ago, I don't know if everybody knows, they tried to get a house that was $1.5 million. And both of their incomes together, they were not allowed to get the house. So he ain't all that. And that was for his ex. He knows, you know, that was her truth to tell about the not being able to have kids. Her future relationships, she that was her to tell. That was her story to tell. You know, when she meets someone might not even want to talk to her knowing that she can't have kids. You know, he just took it too far. It should have just been like, no, she didn't have an abortion. Believe me or not, and that's it. That's how I feel.
All righty. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. All right. So we're going to wrap the callers there. I'm going to leave you guys with a video that I did, let's say 2018. My video topped at 1.1 million views. It's called YouTubers Exposed for Colorism. And, you know, them who disrespected Black women. And I shared a couple of Clarence's tweets. So I just want to leave with that because it'd be a lot of dark-skinned women windmilling the hell for these people. And Clarence would not bat an eye for you. It'd be these bloggers who you couldn't sit with them. They wouldn't let you hang out with them. And y'all be windmilling for people who wouldn't even bat an eyelash your way. And it just be crazy to me. But this is a video, like I said, that I did on Clarence and his colorism that he was displaying. Let's play it.
I'm gonna have to about to hop off. I gotta charge my phone.
All right, thank you, Tramika. Let's play it. I'm going to talk about is Mr. ClarenceNYC. You know, Queen Naja's BFF smash partner, Mr. Wave Rider, the guy who, you know, I mean, well, no, he's not riding Queen's wave because before he met her, he had all these modeling gigs and things going on. And I mean, since he met her, I don't see him doing any of that besides being around her and doing whatever she had to do. But hey, he was successful before her. Anyways, some old tweets have resurfaced of Clarence, and I guess basically he used to use another email account. He then switched over to the ClarenceNYC account. Somebody dug up all his tweets, and here is what he has to say about our sisters. Please, to all Black girls that think it's okay to dye their hair blonde, y'all look like Black and Milds. The Black joints ain't touching that water, LOL. You're gonna have a bunch of Ben Wallaces in there, LOL. Then in another tweet, he said, nah, if you black as hell and you have pink lipstick on, you gotta chill. And then in another tweet, he said, black bitches be like, pull my hair, not my weave though. After he started getting dragged for these tweets, he decided to take to his Twitter and address things by saying, you know, you guys do know I'm black. I got black sisters and I have black this, black that. First of all, being black does not mean that you do not discriminate against your own race. That's exactly what colorism is. It is discrimination against darker skin tone in an ethnic group, meaning you, doesn't matter if you're black or not, you have discrimination against people of darker skin tones. You feel like because you're lighter, you look better, you are better. And that's false. Like, that's totally false. It really burns me up when people try to use that as a defense, like, oh, I'm black, so how could I be? That's just like the racist person who says, how can I be racist? I got a black friend. You know why you could be racist and have a black friend? Because your black friend that you have probably shares the same views that you have against their own race, and they probably self-hate their own race as well. All right, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick reminder of some of the tweets that he says. Did I share any more tweets? I don't know, but this video is on my page. I go through all of the YouTubers who said colorist things, and you know, it's called YouTubers Exposed for Colorism. It's on my channel, so you definitely should go check it out. But I just be finding it real crazy when it be like mostly dark-skinned women who he think you look crazy if you wear blonde and pink lipstick. Like, if you wear blonde hair and pink lipstick, like, he would not even bat an eyelash for you. So it just be real crazy, the people who be windmilling for somebody who don't even F with you at all. Like, you couldn't even sit. You can't sit with them. That, like, you can't sit over there. So that's that on that. Thank you for everybody who chimed in. You can't sit with them. Like, you can't sit over there. So Nessa, did you want to say something in closing? Chime in.
1 second.
You gotta cut it off in the back.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna let you wrap it up and close, and we close
Hello.
it. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hey. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I spoke to you a couple weeks ago, actually, just so you know. I'm Tyler's friend, or yeah, so you're his cousin. Anyway, I enjoy your show. I love you so much. So pretty much, I just wanted to speak on the whole closure thing. I think a lot of this drama would have been very, very much so not so messy if both Queen had closure with her husband and if Clarence had closure with Leslie, right? Because if they would have had closure, then there wouldn't be any, you know, oh, this is what happened to me. And, you know, I had space, but then he's talking about how, oh, well, you left the room and all of this bullshit, you know, just like, and then with Queen and her husband, I mean, he's probably thinking she's going to come right back, you know? And with the DMs, like, that would have been just like them having DMs within each other, because they both would have been established to be over with. You know, I think that people need to be mature, and this should be a lesson to young children in relationships when they're in a long-term relationship. Because this actually happened to me one time. You know, I'm in a relationship for 5+ years, and we're kind of at our wits' end, and we decided, you know, but we didn't make an official thing, and he moves on, and I'm upset, and you know, now it's messy because, you know, there was no closure, and that's just messed up, you know. With that being said, I think that that's kind of a lot of what has to do with Leslie. She never had any closure, and it's very unfortunate, you know, that all this is going on, right? You know, with Queen's album coming out, I don't know if this is publicity stunt. I mean, we don't even know really at this point, you know. And it's crazy because, you know, there's babies involved in this, and now Chris and Clarence is going back and forth and all this stuff, and it's just like very, very sad that these kids see that this is the normal thing. This isn't normal. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be mature in a situation, you know? And another thing with Clarence, I think he's very narcissistic and just kind of going in on Leslie when Leslie is just trying to just tell her point in the situation. Her name is being dragged, and rightfully so, she should be telling them what's going on. You know, you shouldn't be dragging her for her telling the truth. No, really, it seems like you're on some damage control now at this point. You know, like you know, you don't want your name to be slandered and all that. You know, and I understand you're trying to explain your situation, but that's kind of crazy. Like, let the girl live. Let her do her thing. You know what I mean? You don't have to go on her like that. You loved her for at one point for so long. Like, why are you going in so bad for her speaking her truth? You spoke your truth. So that's my whole piece about the situation.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Nessa. Thank you for coming.
No problem.
You got to call in.
Bye bye.
All right. All right, so that's that on that video. If you guys have not hit the subscribe button already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I hate that I spent 2 hours on this, but I didn't want to make multiple videos. A lot of the other bloggers, they're chopping up this video, that video, this video, and they're making a video for this, a video for that, a video for this, a video for that. I didn't want to make a whole bunch of videos, you know, because each blogger is spending the same amount of time on this story. They just chopping it up in multiple videos where I'm just doing one video, they're doing like 5, 6, 7 videos. This is Leslie's response. This is Clarence's response. This is this person's response. I'm not doing all that. I'm just showing back, forth, and then letting y'all speak. So I'm mad that I spent this long, but I didn't want to chop it up and do all that. So I just wanted to share how I felt about it. Thank you, Nancy, for the donation. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you guys who sent in cash apps. I appreciate you guys supporting my channel. And if you have not already, make sure to check out my website. If you have not subscribed already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And I'm sure the stands will meet us in the comment section, the ones that weren't bold enough to call in and speak their piece while I was on live. You know, we'll see them keyboard gangsters and warriors in the comment section, and I'll meet you at the door. I'll meet you at the door. Okay? Talk about Mod the God. What about Mod the God? What about him? Let me know something real quick because I'm about to hit in. What about Mod the God? What you want me to talk about him?